welcome to Seen Through Glass. Unfortunately, car week for me is over. Later today, I'm headed back to the UK. But before I go, there are two things that I want to do. Firstly, a bit of spotting. I've been so busy this week with events and meetings, I haven't had a chance to get out and about and just see the insane cars that are here this year. But also, I want to summarise my thoughts on this car, the 911 GTS, which I rented using Turo. It's been fantastic. I've spent an entire week with it, and a lot of you have been asking what my thoughts are. So yes, spotting and thoughts on the GTS, let's go. Let me start off by apologising for how dirty the car is. Trying to find a car wash during car week that doesn't have a 3-hour-long queue is nearly impossible. So this car is wearing the grime of Monterey Car Week, which is a lot of grime because it's been all over the place. But anyway, the first reason why I think this car is so perfect is the boot space. I've travelled here this week by myself. This is my suitcase for the week, and it fits perfectly in the boot. Look. Now I admit that's not the biggest boot in the world, but for me, for this week, it's been spot on. The other thing I really like about the GTS is I don't think it's that in your face. To the average person, it's just a 911. In the age of everyone having GT3s and GT3 RSs and GT2 RSs, this is sort of understated. The spec on this particular car I think is fantastic, and it definitely still gets attention, but you can kind of snake around without anyone really giving you too much bother. Now I'm sure none of you will be surprised that I'm telling you a 911 drives well, but by God, this thing is so good. Let's not forget, I have spent some time this year in a GT3 and even a GT3 RS, but I feel like on the road, this car's as good, if not in some situations better, because with this new turbocharged engine, it really gets up and goes. And this is why I love Car Week. I'm currently catching a Ferrari Dino. This place is just so mad at this time of year, but the way you can thread this car through corners, that is where I became obsessed, because basically the first few days of this week I was just trundling around doing this, following insane cars like a Dino, having a lovely time. And then on the second day of the Quail Rally, unfortunately I wasn't filming, but it ended up being one of the best drives I've ever done in my entire life. Sometimes you just have to enjoy the moment and the experience and not have cameras bothering you. Anyway, I ended up chasing Phil in his Lancia Stratos up a very narrow, tight mountain road. And I was throwing this thing around, just seeing what it could do, and it was unbelievable. The agility of the thing, it's on its toes, it goes where you want. You get a little bit of wiggle out in Sport Plus mode. It's just fun. It just feels hooked up. It feels like a proper car. And the thing is, the 911 is big these days. It's not a small car anymore. It does feel quite big on the road, and especially when you're chasing, that's the sign that Car Week's been a struggle. I'm now starting to lose my voice. Especially when you're chasing a Lancia Stratos, which is the size of my finger. So it does feel big, but it just feels so manoeuvrable. There's the Batmobile. There's the Batmobile. That's the Team Galag Batmobile. Yep. The GTS is supposed to be the best 911 in the range. It's supposed to have ticked all of the sort of best options and be a fully kitted out car. And it does feel that way. I already touched on the fact that the spec of this one is amazing. Carbon fibre inside, leather and Alcantara mix, red stitching, red paint, the right wheels, I think. Oh, this is a zebra crossing. I get a bit confused by American road rules with stop signs, and I mean zebra crossings are zebra crossings anyway in the world, right? I think people have the right of way, but anyway, sometimes I get that wrong. But yeah, so that helps. Alcantara steering wheel, it all comes together to be a really nice place to be. But it's just the way it performs. And then look, now we can go into normal mode, back into automatic, and we're just cruising around. It feels almost like my Cayman. It's just very pleasant and very usable. Anyway, let's head back into town, see what other cars we can find floating around before I head back to the airport. Oh my god, look at that. Is that the P50? With an Aventador behind and a Huracan as well. But is that the Peel, that thing that Jeremy Clarkson drove on Top Gear that was hilarious? Oh, I've just nearly run some people over and crashed into a Mustang. That's the new model year 2017 GTR. Am I correct? No, it's not. It's the old one. Two subtle differences, I think. We seem to have a 720S party taking place down here. Volcano orange. Oh god, there's a whole load of 720s here. Got one here, and I think that's volcano orange. Got a sort of whitish grey and a red. It's all kicking off. There are so many different people here. Photographers, videographers. What are these guys in? A Cadillac ATS-V. That's kind of a beast. Oh, is that that is a 4x4 squared. For a second I didn't know if that was an actual 4x4 squared or just a modified G-Wagon. Anyway, let's go back and do another lap. For any of you that have never been to Car Week before, it is incredibly spread out. The action takes place over a sort of, I don't know, 15 square mile area. So it's kind of hard to stay on top of everything and see everything. You seem to always be in the wrong place, but we're going to try our best. Ooh, for a second I thought that was a GT2 RS, but it's a very cleverly wrapped and maybe nicely wrapped GT3 RS? GT? Oh, I don't know. Let's check it out as we get closer. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Oh yes, it's the previous generation GT3 RS. You might not have been able to see between the bushes. We have got... oh, these are the cars from before, the Aventador and the Huracan. Oh, yes. Oh, get out of the way, little whatever you are. Hyundai. Move, Hyundai. Yes, what a hero. Silver 360. That is lovely. Lovely. And then we've got a gold Aventador S, I believe. DB11. That's an old VW. That's nice. Another 720S. What is going on with the 720s? There must be a 720 rally or a party going on. It's a bit overkill. Oh, I thought that was a Miura for a second. What is that? Anyone know what that is? Help me, people. I legit thought that was a Miura. Nearly had a panic attack. Oh, that's very nice. Cream 488. You don't see many cream Ferraris. And another 360 by Mirror. I don't know if you saw that. Cream with a red interior is punchy. It's a Spider. And there's a cream 911. Maybe they're a little crew. Cream crew. Oh, I see a Vantage. We've got what looks to be a launch spec new Aston Martin Vantage. Yes. And that's outside a Tag Heuer event, is it? That makes sense. Oh, is that DBS? That's a DBS. It's the first time I've seen the DBS. That is sick. That is super freaking cool. Oh, and tan interior. Wow, that thing looks mean. DBS Superleggera. Nice. Well, I think that's going to be the end of Car Week. I've got to head off now to get back to San Francisco in time for my flight. But what an incredible week it has been. I love this event so much. I've done it very differently this year. I've been very busy with lots of meetings planning for the future, but I've still been able to get out and do some pretty amazing stuff. I hope you guys have enjoyed the coverage. I will be back in America soon enough. Let me know below what's been your highlight of this year's Car Week. Give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe for plenty more videos to come.